Production.
What is poppin'? We're looking at Lemonade. Now, it's been quite some time. Lemonade back in 2021, I believe it was. 2020, 2021. This ride here back in, those days. This was my first 10 bagger trade, right? This was my first 1000X. You could find that video actually in the YouTube channel if you scroll way back then. Now, I've watched this stock for more than 3 years now, right? So I saw the stock drop down more than 90%, spend over a year trading sideways in this range. And what we have here is a massive breakout, right? Massive breakout. And we went right into a level that, was clearly a point of confluence back in September 2020 to November 2020, right? So what do I expect, right? We have this extreme move to the upside. The stock traded 200%, right? So I actually didn't trade the shares. I played some options here. Caught, it was like a 230% options trade. It's in the Discord, but I was able to, secure some gains from this move. And I expect there to be more, right? There's going to be more coming in this stock. Now, what we want to pay attention to, right? This zone is starting to reject. What I'm expecting from this stock is to see some sort of, consolidation in the stock's price, but I want to see a structured consolidation. I want to see some sort of a bull flag. I want to see some sort of a wedge. I want to see us hold a strong higher low, right? So in the past few years, we've seen the stock rocket and then just die off, right? So it rockets up, dies off, rockets up, stays sideways, starts to get a strong move. Straight away, it breaks down, right? This is the first time in a while now. It's been 950 plus days where this stock had consistent movement to the upside, right into this major zone. So what I want to see now, because there's going to be another big trade coming up on this name, I believe, especially with this with AI stocks we're starting to see AI stocks get a lot of love. So one, highly recommend, make a watch list. It's super clutch. It'll help you get a better pulse on specific sectors, right? So what I want to see happen is either a bull flag shape up, or whether it's some sort of channel wedge, any pattern that shows one, not a serious amount of bearish volume, right? We don't want to see, this amount of bearish volume coming in and the stock's price flushing downward. We don't really want to see that. We want to see something a little bit more structured, something that brings us potentially back to the weekly 21 EMA. Let's try to look at that, right? The weekly 21 is around $27. Now, again, those who are lemonade bulls, you don't want to see that, of course. You've been holding the stock for a serious amount of time. You want it to hold, right? All I'm trying to say is what we want to see is a healthy consolidation. Whether that's something that looks like this, right? We create a higher low in this range, or we do see a retest of this level. That's the next play. I think if having your 8 EMA up, right, that could potentially be around $36 price. If you look at the 21 EMA, that could be a $27 price, right? Or maybe right in between and we get a $30 price. If we consolidate back to those levels, I think longer term options calls are going to be very fruitful. Excuse me. So that's the breakdown here on Lemonade. Technically, right? Always remember, right? This was a massive accumulation zone. So there's 3 kind of steps to this. One, massive accumulation zone, right? So that's your time to either gather shares, or if you're playing options, gather options, or develop a strategy in this area, right? there's going to be a breakout. This is the second step. We have this massive breakout, right? We've gone up 200% from this little bottom here in October. Now, the third step after this breakout is going to be a period of consolidation, right? Whether it's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, we don't know that. But what we can anticipate is that there's going to be a period of consolidation here, right? So as long as we can anticipate that that's what's coming, we could then anticipate to capture that move before we get the next breakout coming up, right? So again, massive accumulation, we get the breakout. This is the area where there's going to be a big trade to catch. Now is a matter of time of just paying attention to how it's going to develop, how it's going to show itself. So that's the breakdown here on Lemonade. I love the setup. I'm going to be paying attention to it a lot more because, again, I do think, there's going to be multiple opportunities to catch a big trade on this name. So that's the breakdown, guys. Peace.